We're going to start off today by talking about Mike Tyson. So, Mike Tyson was known as the baddest man alive, and throughout 1987 to 1990, he was the undisputed world heavyweight champion. Mike Tyson was not too different from us. What if I told you we were kind of like him in a sort of sense? So, Mike Tyson was like any other human being. He had his strengths, and of course, he had his weaknesses too. Some of Mike Tyson's strengths were his quick and nimble speed for his pretty big size. He's a pretty big dude, honestly. And then another one of his strengths was his peekaboo style of fighting. And then he also had the ability to effortlessly TKO any opponent he faced. But in 1990, Buster Douglas defeated Mike Tyson in a massive upset. And in this upset, Mike Tyson's weaknesses were glaring. They were on display for everyone to see. It was very obvious that Mike Tyson did not take Buster Douglas seriously at all, or that Mike Tyson didn't work nearly as hard. So his magnificent powers he's had back there, his speed and all that, they just weren't there. Mike Tyson was shot. And so I would like to talk about myself a little bit. So my physical stature is nowhere near Mike Tyson, as you can tell. And my name is Michael. So who would have thought? Anyway, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and engage in a little bit of self-criticism as we go throughout today. Today I want to talk to you about my strengths, some of my weaknesses, and 3 things I would like to improve on as the semester progresses. First, I would like to talk about my strengths. I believe I have strong communication skills, and I believe that's partly because of my job. So I serve at a restaurant, and a lot of the time I'm just dealing with customers, talking to them, trying to figure out what they need. When they tell me things like, say I want like a flatbread done a certain way, I'm like, okay, we can figure that out. And then also I feel like another one of my strengths is I'm honest, and I'm pretty reliable too. I hardly ever call out a day of work. I'm usually always there. If my name's on the schedule, it's like a 95 to 100% chance I'll be there on that day. And then another one of my strengths, I believe I have a good sense of humor, so I can take joking pretty well. I get picked on quite a bit at my job, and then I can also do the picking back too. So one of the things is like, I believe I'm like, handsome, charismatic, good looking. I got a good fluid way of talking. So I'm also pretty humble too, So I may not be as strong as Mike Tyson, but at least we share the same name. Oops, I went too far. Next, I would like to talk about my weaknesses. So I'm not really proficient with numbers at all. It's kind of a weak point. So like it takes me quite a bit to process what's going on with the numbers. I have to like think a little harder than most people do. And it's just overall, math hasn't been one of my best subjects throughout my life. And that's just probably because of the way my mind works and everything like that. And then another weakness I have is I'm angered easily by small things. It's very unprofessional. Sometimes if I see a coworker being lazy and not doing the job the way they should be, or I get like angry at like stuff that's like small and should be easier to do, but it's for some reason having a hard time, or I get real mad when I feel like my time is being wasted. And then another weakness I have is a lack of ambition and passion in subjects I am not passionate about. So when it comes to like math, science, or things, my grades have always not been as good as they should be because I have no ambition when it comes to subjects. I just have no desire to learn them. I don't see the point in doing it. So eventually I'll just like, who cares? I'll just make a bad grade. It does not work out. And my GPA has been reflected because of that. So, the 3 goals I have this semester, I would like to talk, my bad, I messed up. Finally, I would like to talk to you about some of my goals I have for this upcoming semester. I would like to become more emotionally intelligent. So that's kind of been my goal all 2020. I've been trying to identify my emotions, why I feel that way, and to be able to properly communicate with others why I feel that way and why I have those strong emotions about something. And then I would also like to increase my level of ambition. And I think once I increase my level of ambition and my desire to work in some of these classes, my GPA will also go up too. And so I want to become more confident in my career goals as well. So I kind of don't have any like necessary like set in plan like job I want to do. All I know is I'm comfortable communicating with other customers when it comes to like stuff like that. And I know I just want to be like, whatever I'm doing, I just want to talk to other people because I feel like that's one of my strong points, as I said earlier. So in conclusion, I would like to tell you a little recap. So today we discussed about my strengths, my weaknesses, and 3 goals I have for the upcoming semester. And I want to leave you with this. There's no such thing as a perfect person, even if that person is the baddest man alive. So thank you very much for listening today. I hope you stay safe out there and have a wonderful